All right, no usual setting today. Today I'm in my car. No lighting, no microphone. Lighting and microphone are one of the two things that held me back from starting the videos for years. For years. Who would have thought? Just like a quick little $80 purchase off Amazon, and I would instantly be more capable of doing videos every single day. So as far as like tips on just doing it, done is better than perfect. You don't need to research all the things. Just get something cheap in the beginning, right? Like, it's not a waste. You don't have to, if you have to buy something a second time, great, do it. It's going to be fine, right? Like, just make the thing happen as the next step that's in front of you for the unfolding, right? We just have to follow the unfolding, whatever next step is in front of us. Give whatever next step is in front of you your 100%, give it your all in. But then if God switches the path, just don't have the expectations that that's a bad thing, right? You got to trust it. I'm going to take a drink of water real fast. So I am in a really amazing spot. That's just because I live in an amazing spot. Today's video. My name's Deb, if you're new here. I like to talk about the human experience because that's, I don't know what else to do with myself. It's what God told me to do. And as I say that, it's been since 2016 that I have not listened to doing this, right? So almost 10 years of not listening to starting videos. And here we are starting videos. So when it comes to procrastinating on your intuition and things that the universe is telling you to do, take my word for it when I say done is better than perfect. Just do the thing. Get started. You'll learn on the way. Go watch my first videos to now. They're totally different. We're always learning. We're always evolving, right? And someone recently brought up the subject of what are we even doing with our lives? Like there's things you can't take with you to the other side. And that's right, but there are things that we take with us to the other side. There's karmic lessons. Because I know this because there is no other side. Him and I have a very different view on religion. Okay. But it made me think of a memory of all the times that I've had to be resilient and why I needed to be resilient and who was in my corner and who was not in my corner. And it made me think of the people. There have been people that have, I think, purposely dragged me down. There have been people that have subconsciously dragged me down. There have been people that through their own traumatic things dragged me down on an in-between level of that. And there have been ones that were neutral as far as dragging me down, but sat and watched it happen and did nothing. Presence is not enough. Presence is great, but presence is not enough. 333 as I said that. Intention and understanding and depth and truth and integrity and love is the backing of the presence. If you're watching someone just go deeper, when there's some people that you just can't help, right? And there's some people that just need a little helping hand. Have you met me this far? Which one do you think I am? Do you think I'm someone that just needs a little push here and there? Do you think I would take it for granted and fail and ask for another handout? No. Because I know how to receive, and I know that if God needs us to receive help, then that's what we need to do, and we need to allow that. I'm coming up, this summer is going to, they say you can't share the lesson of a story until you can repeat the story without it being emotional. Just thinking about saying what I was about to say triggered all this tightness here, and now it's here. And this is how you feel the emotions, right? You notice what's happening in your body when you go from a calm, regulated state to something different just changed. That's what we mean when we say we feel it to move through it. We don't heal it, we feel it. I don't even remember what that subject was just now, what I was going to say. Oh, I was going to say, I'm coming up in a couple months, but I'm coming up on a time frame where I was mostly unemployed, not fully unemployed. You know, I have my side jobs, my clients, my yoga, the things. And my son was working full time, and like, he has things that he is. It was okay until it wasn't, and it was a very hard time for me, right? Like, I had hit rock bottom. It was a different rock bottom from my other rock bottoms because I have more to lose because I've leveled up that much. So in one hand, it's like, yes, it's rock bottom, but I'm also, at least it's a cooler rock bottom than the last rock bottom. And now I am not at rock bottom. Am I out of the hole yet? No. Am I in the clear yet? No. Actually, I love the power of words, so I'm going to delete all that. I am in the clear now because that experience brought me to the ultimate source of income, which is God and myself, of knowing how important it is to remain as clear of a vessel as possible to allow the flow of life to come through me. And that has changed my life. I don't know if you know this. Sorry, I'm used to having my microphone too, so I hope the audio on this is okay. And it's very pretty here, so my eyes are darting all over the place. They are not focused on you. This is why I do the videos in my room, because every time I go outside, there's distractions because it's nature and it's just so beautiful, and I want to be out hiking in it, and it's really hot here, like deadly hot. And if I miss the sunrise hours to go out in nature, then later I'm confined to just water only options and not like exercise, hike many miles options. So, little tidbit. Okay. I'm bringing this up because there were people that at one point were my best supporters that dropped away when I was going, maybe not when I was going through it, but when I was strong enough to ask for help. Some people didn't like that. I think they think, who is she to ask for help? Who is she to think that she deserves that? And I am a child of God. That's who I am. I am an earth warrior. I have spent more than just this lifetime cultivating the energy that you're looking at. This is not an accident. This is intentional. I know who I am, and I fully deserve being helped when I need help. I deserve receiving from God, whatever that looks like. And I know that when I take action, or when I voice things, or ask for help, or offer my energy in collaboration, I know that it is always the right thing to do because it's for my path. My throat chakra is on fire right now. Feeling it. Feeling it. Of feeling emotions. Did you see how easy it was once when I was talking about how a year ago it was a really bad time for me? I mean, it was a bad time because it was a bad time as far as I reached a point where I couldn't support my household. I had worked so hard to finally achieve what I had spent decades achieving, and being able to say I did it on my own without a man. Like, I did it with a community, And that was my resource as a woman. I resourced out community, and that's how I made it happen. But it wasn't from a man of how people, oh, gold, like, when did becoming a partnership be called gold digging? Can someone answer that for me, please? When you are a single person and you're sharing a house with roommates, like, that's not gold digging. You are just existing and supporting each other, right? Like, a partnership is no different. You both have things to contribute. I don't understand. There's a lot I don't understand. Toning it back down. I'm sorry. I don't edit my videos. You had to witness that. Sorry. We feel things, right? And then usually once you feel it, it's easier to process it later. Okay. And things come up because why does an emotion come up for a situation that was a year ago? Let's pause here and talk about that. 11/11, right when that popped up. When we go through emotions, we go through an experience that's traumatic, emotional, or it's something that piqued our nervous system. It's something that our brain didn't know what to do, how to process it. Our body didn't know how to process it. That stuff gets pushed aside for later so that the brain and body can focus on what's important in the moment, in the present moment, and everything else that's residual and background noise gets pushed to the background until your nervous system becomes more calm and regulated, and then that's when stuff comes up. So a lot of times when you're like, man, things were going so good, why did this happen? It happened because you finally let your guard down enough that you felt safe, and then that's when that stuff's going to come up. Because that's the moment that you're capable of having the extra energy to process that stuff. But the problem is we're like, well, that's yesterday's news. We don't need to process that right now. No, you do. If it's coming up, you do need to process it. And it doesn't take long, right? Like, I'm not saying process it and then you spend the next 3 hours or 3 weeks of your life reminiscing and replaying it. No. Because I have done this, I have pushed those things away thinking it's going to take up a consuming amount of time. And I'm like, I don't have time to deal with that right now. I am working. But I have learned that I've actually started timing myself. If I pause and allow myself to recognize where my body is feeling the sensation, the change of the nervous system reaction, that emotion usually passes faster than what it takes for me to change a tampon. It's the easiest. That's what came to my mind. If I were to go into the restroom at work, process an emotion, do deep breaths, and I the way that I have counted this in the moment is because I used timed box breaths, and then I can use my fingers. So by the time I have a specific program of how many box breaths I'm doing, the time varies depending on the situation and how serious it is. Then I use my fingers to count those, and by the time it's done, and I'm like, wow, okay, it only took this many fingers for that emotion to flow through, versus how long it takes me to go through the process of changing a tampon. Like, the emotions, they're fluid. It doesn't take long. As long as you don't put a block up. If you put a block up, yeah, then you're gonna need some help releasing those blocks. Absolutely. In my mind, psychedelics came up into my mind right there. How people turn to plant medicine. And that's because they have a hard time telling their brain, their soul, their nervous system that they can be safe and that they can relax enough to allow those blocks to release. So, I'm not even sure what I started this video as. Title, ultimately, we talked about feeling emotions. That's really important. When you notice something start to come up, or you notice yourself pause, you can pause. You don't have to talk about it right there, but don't shove it away immediately. Like, you saw how I did it. I was like, whoa, I feel it here. Sometimes I feel it here. Sometimes I feel it here. Like, sometimes my legs want to shake and I just want to go run or jump. By the way, forward folds and handstands will help regulate the nervous system to help it come back to a homeostasis. So next time you feel yourself stressed out, do some stretches up to the sky and fold down into a forward fold. And yeah, yoga is very helpful. Teaches you a lot of good things with the nervous system, and understanding our nervous system is a whole different level of wealth. And if you feel like you struggle on the money spectrum, ask yourself how your nervous system truly is. Do you feel safe enough to hold and steward large amounts of money? Do you trust yourself that you're not going to spend it on addictions and fuel the darkness even more? Because that would make you afraid of money and make you repel it. So think about that. What kind of wealth do you really have in the whole spectrum of what it means to be human? My name's Deb. I still have no idea what I'm going to title this video. If you're watching this, it's definitely made for you. All the videos, you wouldn't be called to watch them if they weren't for you, right? And here we are, trying to get to understand this human experience, overcoming survival, tapping into creativity, and creating a new earth. All within this wonderful human experience. Have a blessed day.